Hello my friends and welcome to Super Awesome Toys. I'm Panama Sartan, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at the 3 3/4 inch Kylo Ren from Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens. Like the other two figures in this wave, Luke Skywalker and Captain Phasma, Kylo Ren comes packaged in this blister card similar to previous Star Wars figures from Hasbro. The figure and all accessories are clearly visible from the front. On the left, we have a picture of Kylo Ren underneath the Star Wars The Force Awakens logo. On the back of the card, we have a look at all the figures in this wave, plus instructions on how to connect all three accessories included with the three figures in the wave to create some sort of contraption. So here we have Kylo Ren out of the packaging, and guys, I have to say that he looks incredible. I really like this figure. The sculpting on this guy is great, and the paint apps, as minimal as they are on him, look good. No splotchy work whatsoever. At the moment, we don't know much about Kylo Ren other than he is a Force user. We don't know if he is a Jedi or a Sith, although I think they said he is not a Sith. The only thing we know about him is that he might be the main antagonist of the film. So let's take a quick look at Kylo Ren's articulation. He doesn't have that many points of articulation, which is not necessarily a bad thing, since he is still a great figure. So let's take a look at the articulation. His head is on a ball joint, but can only move left and right because of his cape. The arms can go forwards and backwards 360 degrees. But his right arm, because of how his cape drapes over his shoulder, the movement is hindered. He can only raise his arm up to here and back up to here. His cape here is very soft and pliable. It's not hard at all, but it still hinders the articulation. You can remove his head though, because as I said, it is on a ball joint. And you can remove his cape here, and you can pop his head back in. That way you have the liberty to rotate his right arm, but he doesn't look good without this piece because of the hood. He really doesn't look good without his cape. If you want to display him this way in order to have his arm unhindered, you can do so. But for me, I'm just gonna keep him with his cape on because he looks way cooler that way. Now, where people might have problems with this figure is on his legs because of this skirt piece. It is not a separate piece from the legs. Each leg is a single piece with the skirt sculpted right on top. The legs go forwards and backwards up to a standing pose. If you want him on a sitting pose, he looks alright because the skirt still looks like one piece. But if you just bend one leg forward, you can see it doesn't look good, and some of you guys might not like it. I don't have a problem with it since I will display him standing up like this. So those were Kylo Ren's articulation points, and now let's take a look at the accessories he includes. First off, we get this pamphlet, which lets you know how Kylo Ren is supposed to hold his included accessory, and also the other two pieces that come with Captain Phasma and Luke Skywalker. On the back here are instructions on how to put those accessories together. So this is the pamphlet you get with all three figures. Next up is that accessory, which is this claw-like thing with spikes here on the side, painted white, green and gray. It has articulation points here so you can close them like this. I have no clue what this accessory is, but Kylo Ren can hold it on his hand, but it is a bit difficult to actually get him to hold it. And this is how he looks holding this accessory. The other accessory he includes is of course his red lightsaber with the cross hilt. It is cast as a single piece of translucent red plastic with the hilt painted a metallic gray, and mine has a small splotch of gray here. He can hold his lightsaber on both hands securely, and with it he looks awesome. So here's Kylo Ren with his lightsaber. This figure for me is very good, and it doesn't bother me at all that his skirt was sculpted on top of his legs like this, because this is how I'm going to display this figure. Hasbro did a great job on the sculpting on this guy, and for a 3 3/4 inch figure, the level of detail on this guy is phenomenal. There is an insane amount of detail, like the folds all over his robes, the fabric pattern all over him, his cape, his hood. The attention to detail on him is nothing short of perfect. As for paint apps, there's not much to say, as the only applications on this figure are the metallic gray on his belt and mask and the glossy black on his boots. They are well applied though, with no splotchy, lazy work whatsoever. If you know me, you know that I like retro kind of figures that don't have a lot of points of articulation, like the Funko Reaction. And these new figures from Star Wars The Force Awakens, they have 5 points of articulation. They're very good. Sculpting is spot on. I have nothing bad to say about the sculpting. And the paint apps, although Kylo Ren has a small amount of paint apps, they're good. I don't see any sloppy paint work here on this whatsoever. So I like this kind of figures that they harken back to the original toy line from the 1970s. So for me, Kylo Ren here is a win. So I totally recommend you guys picking it up if you haven't done so already. So guys, that's gonna wrap the review. If you liked it, please click below on this, like it. Also share it and subscribe. And I'll catch you later in another episode of Super Awesome Toys. Hello my friends, and welcome to the After Credits scene. Last time I talked about the Art of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. This was released by Mattel with Dark Horse Comics. And just to let you guys know that they have just released a great companion piece for this book. And it is the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe mini comic collection. On this book, you will get every single mini comic that was released with the original Masters of the Universe line from 1980s. And also you get every mini comic release after that on all the other associated toy lines, including New Adventures, She-Ra Princess of Power, the 2000X toy line, and also the Masters of the Universe Classics. So just so that you get an idea, this is how thick this book is. It has a lot of material included inside. Okay, so you get mini comics, and you get introduced with creators and all that. So pick this one up. It is not as expensive as you might think because of the amount of content you get. You can get this in Amazon around 25 bucks. So pick it up if you like Masters of the Universe. I totally recommend it, guys.